Hello friends, this is Wendy. I am a scrapbooker, I'm a paper crafter, and I am aspiring to be a junk journaler. I'm working on that one, and I'm really liking the journey. Anyway, guess what? Drum roll. I've got mail. Yay! Okay, so I thought this would be a good video to share. I got this. This is by Sizzix. Big Sizzix on there. It is Pete Hughes, who I really like him a lot. And I mentioned in my last video, he is not only, obviously he's a designer, he works for Sizzix, and he also is one of Tim Holtz's makers. So they're friends, clearly. And let's see if I can get this out. So this came from Sizzix. I'm gonna have to rip this whole thing off, it's all stuck. But, okay, so this is the one we were working on yesterday. This is how it arrives from Tim Holtz in this lovely envelope. Now, first thing first, let's see if they are the same size. Oh, look, they are not. Oh, let me get it to where you can tell. They are not the same size. I like my things all the same size for, well, very practical reason, because they fit nicely in the containers that I have. And a bigger one wouldn't fit in the container. It would be like all wonky because they fit just right on their side. So I'm going to have to cut this paper down, which is not a big deal. But I'm also going to, one thing that I don't like, Tim Holtz, it does not come like this. These are all taped, and so you got to like pull all of that up, which is annoying. And Tim Holtz comes in little packages, and they're already, you know. Anyway, but so this one, I'm going to write it right on here. It's called Infinite Doodle. I'm not exactly sure where I am going to, I write it right here. Infinite Doodles, and it's 1. He's got an Infinite Doodle 2. I wanted to play with the 1 first. And it would be, you know, I mean, if you kind of like this whole idea, you would probably want to watch his video on how what he does and how he creates with it. I happen to have one more envelope left. You buy them, I can't remember how many comes in a pack. It's either 3 or 5. Anyway, so the first thing I generally do, let's see, I'm going to measure here because I actually want to have the 59 dies on there. So hold on. Okay, I have to do this step first, which is fine. I am working on getting over a cold, so if you hear a little frog in my throat, I apologize. But I'm feeling better, so hopefully my throat will come along and say, yes, I'm feeling better too. I do this when I buy these. Let me show you. I already did a video on this once before, but these are magnetic vent covers. We get ours at Lowe's. You can get them at Home Depot. I did buy some at Walmart once, and they were really flimsy, so just giving you fair warning. You want them to be a little kind of substantial, because by the time you pile all these little metal pieces on them, they're going to get heavy. But before I can cut this, because these are glued, or they're taped down, so before I can cut it, I need to remove some of them at least. So one of the things I like to do, and this time, if you noticed that I was really sloppy with this one, I'm not going to be sloppy today since I've got an audience. So I'm going to start, he's already got these nicely nested. So let's see, I guess. Now these aren't going to fit all on this one thing. This size, and when I get them and I get, you know, a die cut in the mail, and I will do the measurements. So I already have the measurements. Okay, so now, well, I think I'm going to set some things down first before I go on. So I think I like some of these little nesting ones right next to each other. what I will do then is say how many I have. And I have not done this with everything that I've bought, but I notice that when I do it, I'm a happier person, because then I don't have to count. How many did we say there were? 59. I don't have to count up to 59. I just have to count up to, like, so this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just have to count to 4, right? I'm going to still do a few more here to make a line. I know this is super exciting. So this one's going to be 3. And then this will be 3. Now, he said he was a cartoonist before he started working for Sizzix. And he likes to have these shapes, and then he makes them up and just sort of plays around with them from there. So it's kind of fun. But see, to keep them here, you know, the sticky on the tape will eventually quit sticking. So I'm going to start with a line here. I think I'll move this so that it's a nice straight line. You got to shake these up. And this is called Uni Posca, like that. They work really well on the magnet. So I'll just go like that. It dries pretty fast. I'm just gonna go like here because, oh, that was a mess, sorry. There's that. This is probably why I was really sloppy with my other one. I didn't wanna wait for things to dry. So now I'm just going to, so this was 4, and this was 4, and this is 3, and this is 3, and this is 2. So when I'm putting things away, I just have to count to 2 and to 3 and to 3. And if everything is got the right numbers in them, then I have them all. I'm going to let that dry a little bit. I will. I like how he already has these nicely nested though, so that they're easy to organize. So that is nice. Sometimes they just come, like I said, Tim Holtz often just comes in a bag, which is fine. You don't have to deal with this tape and everything, but it is kind of nice that these are already nested. Okay. Now I've got this where I can cut some off. So I'm going to cut here. So I'll be back. So I cut from the bottom, and is it going to fit? Well, it almost fits. So I will end up cutting a little bit from the top. But I still want it to say the 59 dies, because especially when they're little like this and there's so many of them, you want to know how many you have. You want to know. So let me continue on. I'll speed this up since it's probably boring. Okay, so yes, I did stab myself. Yes, I got a Band-Aid. And yes, I don't like it when they put it on the tape, because the tape is really, really firm, and it makes it hard to pull it off. Now, this piece will fit right in here just right. And then there are more elements, and it's going to fit on here. So I'm just going to start. This is then the leftover from the top. I do this a lot. Sometimes when I have a lot of little guys like this, I'll just grab a few of these and not bother with a big flat one. But Just kind of depends on what I have at the moment. Boy, that tape is some serious tape. So, and the other thing that it's going to do is this is going to be all beat up by the time I get it off, which, again, dear Sizzix, I don't like this. I would really prefer to have all of this be nice and easy. Like, okay, hello, like Tim Holtz does. And I'm sure it is his choice to do it like that. I mean, I think he has, I don't know. I may be completely wrong. But I think he has some control over, you know, how they package his products, right? But anyway, so let's just count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10. So now I have them all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I know I want to see the 59 pieces so that when I get all OCD on this, I wonder where they all are, that I can find them. I have lost a handful of pieces over the years. Not very many. They're usually something so teeny tiny, like, I'll show you in a second. It's this guy. Here, let's make it. Let's find him now on here. Ha! Look at him. He's tiny. You drop that one on the floor and you never find him again, right? So anyway, so this is what I do. I'm kind of sorry that I cut off the number, but I did write down the name. So let me show you what it's going to end up looking like. Actually, I'm going to turn this over. So the next time I get something that is not Tim Holtz and I need a folder, I will order more folders. And now that's going to fit nice and neatly with all my other Tim Holtz items, even though it is P for Pete Hughes. And this will go really well with these. And I need to look these up and write them all down, what they are. So I just looked it up, and it popped up on Simon Says Stamps, and this is abstract faces. I don't know why they don't put them on there. I mean, he's obviously named them. He doesn't name everything, but he's obviously named these. So, but it makes it easier. So I know what they are, so I can tell you what they are. Okay, so I'm going to go through and do the rest. Okay, so now I have this left over. I'll show you I have several of the thinner leftover ones. So like I said, sometimes I will just pile up 3 or 4 of those in one bag instead of using a big one, because I like to use these up. They make a nice magnet and they're really reasonably priced. So, you know, it's a nice hack, right? It's the magnetic vent cover. And then just to point out, so look at this. These guys, they go together, right? I mean, this is going to be, you know, you can put these out and use some of the curly cues from here and use some of the stuff from here. I love this little guy here. And I'm really looking forward to playing with these. So yes. Anyway, yep, mail. Yay. All right, well, if y'all like this, I know it was short and sweet, but give it a big thumbs up, a Band-Aid thumbs up, right? Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell, and have a wonderful day. Bye.